Hello, my name is Sumina. I am a master student from Programming Language Research Group at KAIST. Today, I will introduce our alpha version of ECMAScript Debugger, which extends the interpreter of GSET. So if you want to try by yourself, please follow these instructions in this slide. Okay, I will start the demo. So this is our debugger. So the main purpose of our debugger is to help understand how JavaScript program is executed on ECMAScript specification. So on the top, there is a toolbar which controls a debugger, and I will explain each button later. On the left, there is a simple text editor where we can write a JavaScript program we are interested in. And on the center, there is a specification viewer where we can see a single abstract algorithm. So before the debugger starts, it shows a run jobs algorithm, which is the main entry point of our debugger. So there is a name of algorithm and parameters and body steps of it. And on the right, there is a state viewer, which are disabled now. So first of all, you must provide a syntactically valid JavaScript program. So if there is a syntax error like this, and press run button, the error message will be popped up. So you must provide a valid JavaScript program like this. So I press run button. So now the debugger starts. The basic execution unit in our debugger is step. It corresponds to executing a single step in a ECMAScript specification. So the first step of our debugger is to perform initialize host-defined random algorithm. So I will press many steps to show other components of our debugger. So step, set, and perform, and define property or throw. So, okay, I will stop here. So next, you may want to know which value is bound to each variable, like OP or desk. So at that time, you can expand this environment tab. So desk points to address number 1, and O points to function prototype, and P has the string value color. So next, you might be wonder what object is pointed by address number 1. At that time, you expand the heap tab on the right and type the address like this. So there is a property descriptor object, which has enumerable property and configurable, okay, as we expected. And next, you might want to recall which abstract algorithm calls this define property or throw algorithm. So at that time, you expand the call stack tab, and you can see the call stacks of current execution. So run jobs algorithm calls initialize host-defined random as step 1, and it calls create random, and it calls create intrinsics, and it calls add restricted function properties, and finally it calls define property or throw. So this is call stack. And next, and now we are at the initialization stage of JavaScript execution, and you might want to quickly skip over it. At that time, a step out button and step over button might be useful. Step out button executes rest of remaining steps of current algorithm. Call stack. So if you press step out button, it goes to add restricted function properties and step out. I will press step out until we reach run jobs. Okay, step out. and step. So here, step over button might be useful. It executes a single step in current algorithm. So here, if we press step over button in here, it executes all the steps in NQ job and goes to next step in run jobs algorithm. So I will step over and step over, step over, step over, step over, step over, step over, and step over, step over, first step, and step, step. I don't want to see parse script, so step, step. Okay, now we are at the real execution of JavaScript program. So suppose what we want to know is how addition works in ECMAScript specification. And we expect that addition, the evaluation algorithm of additive expression will be relevant. So here, at that time, breakpoints feature might be useful. Here, additive. You can type algorithm name of it and set breakpoint like this. And if you press continue button after you set breakpoints, so we are breaking at additive expression evaluation, and the blue alarm will be popped up. And on the left, as you noticed, the x plus y is highlighted since we are interpreting this expression right now. So the remaining things are JS step and JS step over and JS step out. It controls the execution of debugger with respect to JavaScript source code. So here, if you press JS step, it executes many steps in the ECMAScript specification until it reaches to the next step. JS step. Here we break it since additive expression evaluation are set. So step, 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 step. Here we goes to the G and step. So there are many steps. So we are step out here and step, step, step. Finally, if debugger terminated, the green alarm will be popped up. If you want to restart the debugger, you can press cancel button and press run button again anytime. So thank you. This is all I prepared for this demo.